everyone, you're welcome back to Network ITV, your number one destination for premier news, events, and Nigeria and the world around you. Today I'll be taking you through the business and finance news of Nigeria, the news that shapes our country, our economy, and our finance. I remain your host, Amaka Nwobodo, so please sit back and watch as we take you through the news for today. The recent economic indicators have proven a massive fall in inflation and business performances as outputs and new orders recorded have fallen for the second time in a row. This decline hints that inflation, or the increase in the price of goods and services, is still a significant issue as it continues to go up on an all-time high. In October, inflation reached a multi-decade high of 27.3%, and experts predict it might even rise higher to 30% by December. This increase in price has impacted general business conditions, which have dropped from 49.1 in October to 40 points in November, which suggests a huge deterioration in market conditions. In a bid to reduce the effects of the full subsidy removal, the federal government has unveiled two palliative programs offering grants and loans to businesses: the Presidential Conditional Grants Program and the Presidential Palliative Loans Programs, aimed to aid nano businesses with 50,000 naira grants across 774 local governments in the country. Eligible businesses need to provide a local address and banking details. Additionally, 450 billion naira will be disbursed to micro, small and medium-sized enterprises with a 9% interest rate. Last week, on the Nigerian Exchange Limited, investors traded a higher volume of shares compared to the previous week. In 36,138 deals, a turnover of 2.5 billion shares valued at 38.6 billion naira was recorded. This surpasses the 2.4 billion shares worth 22.7 billion traded on November 24, 2023. The financial services industry led the activity chart with 1.72 billion shares valued at 18.3 billion naira, contributing 67.7% to the total turnover, following were the conglomerates industry with 200.6 million shares and the services industry with 122.025 million shares valued at 36.1 million. Revenue Services, led by Chairman Zak Adedeji, has decided to give taxpayers and businesses a full waiver on accumulated penalties and interest for outstanding tax liabilities. In a notice signed by Adedeji, the FIRS is forgiving all piled-up penalties and interest on overdue taxes. This move recognizes the challenges many taxpayers face in settling their taxes. The chairman mentioned that this decision aligns with President Bola Tinubu's commitment to support businesses. To benefit from this special offer, companies must fully pay their original tax liabilities without interest before December 31st of this year. The National Insurance Commission (NICOM) has revealed that total assets rose to 2.8 trillion naira at the end of Q3 of 2023. This was disclosed in a recent document titled Nigerian Insurance Market at a Glance Q3 23. A breakdown of the statement shows that the total assets for non-life stood at 1.74 trillion naira, while total assets for life businesses stood at 1.07 trillion naira, bringing the total size of the industry market to 2.8 trillion naira. The sector's regulator also said that the industry operators paid a total of 365.5 billion naira as claims to policyholders at the end of the third quarter. Contractor of the Second Niger Bridge, Julius Berger, has officially handed over the Second Niger Bridge to the federal government. The 1.6 kilometers long bridge links Anambra and Delta states and was estimated to 336 billion naira. Initially, the project was launched on May 23, 2023, during the eve of the former President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure. However, there were ancillary roads and other construction works that needed to be done after the inauguration. In a short ceremony held at the toll area of the bridge, Minister of Works David Umahi expressed approval of the project. He verified that repairs on the vandalized sections were successfully executed by the contractor. Political science professor Jidelfo Adibe has expressed concerns about the presidency's decision to bring 1,411 delegates to the COP28 climate summit in Dubai. He questioned the government's commitment to reducing the cost of governance, emphasizing that the large delegation contradicts promises to cut down expenses. Adibe highlighted the government's funding of transportation and daily allowances of proxy, suggesting that international delegations should consist of experts with specific roles, limiting ministerial representation to no more than 3 officials. He urged President Tinubu to enforce cost-cutting measures by holding accountable those responsible for the excess delegation in Dubai. Senator Ifeanyi Ararume, recognized as the chairman of the NNPCL board, has cautioned against the appointment of a new non-executive chairman for the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL. He asserts that President Bola Tinubu's move is a violation of a court order. Ararume, through his lawyer, emphasized that he remains the board's chairman until the court directs otherwise. Ararume has expressed concerns that the president's action disregard of valid court judgment, undermining the judicial processes. The former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, is making a move into the private sector. He has recently announced plans to launch a $100 million venture capital fund to support startups in Nigeria, especially those in the Kaduna tech community. El-Rufai is ready to back his commitment with action, pledging $2 million of its own money for the fund. He aims to attract additional funding from investors who trust his judgment, even if they lack the time or capacity for analysis and evaluation. And that's a wrap for today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to join us every day, same time, same station. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram at NITVNG, on Facebook at Network Intercontinental TV, and on Twitter. See you tomorrow. This remains Network ITV, and I remain your host, Amaka Nwobodo, bringing the world to you.